Welcome back to 3-Minute Theology. Today we're going on a whirlwind tour of church history. The New Testament takes us to about the year 70 when the Romans destroyed the temple and the city of Jerusalem. By this time, Christianity had spread throughout most of and even beyond the Roman Empire. Christians continued to preach the gospel, converts continued to come to the faith, and endured fierce but sporadic persecution from local government and the Roman government. During this time, the church also dealt with controversies centering mainly around the nature of Jesus Christ. In 313, an enormous shift took place in the church. Constantine becomes the emperor of Rome, and he issues the Edict of Milan, which legalizes Christianity in the Roman Empire. Moreover, Constantine professes himself to be a Christian and takes responsibility for calling ecumenical councils to resolve controversies, creating a connection between church and state that would continue for centuries. The state takes on the responsibility for protecting and defending and promoting the church. At this time, many Roman citizens joined the visible church. Some, doubtless, truly believed, but others joined for social or political advantages. It's a time of great numeric growth, but also a time of great theological challenge for the church. In 380, Christianity would become the official state religion of the Roman Empire. In 476, the western half to German barbarians. The eastern half of the empire remains together but becomes known as the Byzantine Empire. At this time, there begins to be a split between the church in the west and the east. As political stability in the west collapses, the church takes life. Since no one could claim any sort of appointment or succession from the Roman government, legitimacy is bestowed by the church, and many holding positions within the church become more interested in political power than in spiritual fidelity. In 1054, Patriarch Michael I excommunicate each other, formalizing the great schism that had developed between the Catholic Church and the Eastern Orthodox Church, a schism that continues to this day. The split was primarily over the question who held the authority. Was it the Pope alone or was it the patriarchs, these chief bishops collectively over the church? It came to a head when the Pope allowed the inclusion of an extra phrase into the Nicene Creed, the Filioque clause. In 1453, Constantinople fell to the Turks. Muslims gained control of what had been the Byzantine Empire. Many Christians flee from Eastern Europe into Western Europe. In 1517, a German monk, Martin Luther, begins a theological crisis of the church. The central issue, again, is authority. But now it's not between the Pope and someone else, it's between the Pope and Scripture. Martin Luther is excommunicated in 1521, but many people follow him. They become known as Protestants because they are protesting the abuse of the gospel by the Roman Catholic Church. Protestants survive, spread throughout Europe. In the wake of this Protestant Reformation, denominations begin to multiply. We have Anglicans, Baptists, Presbyterians, Congregationalists. In the 1800s, Christian liberalism begins. Friedrich Schleiermacher is the father of liberalism. And these Protestant denominations almost entirely begin to drift into this liberalism. And then what become known as fundamentalist or evangelical denominations break out from these mainline denominations. There's only been one exception. The Southern Baptist Convention became liberal and then returned to biblical Christianity. Pentecostalism begins in 1900 at Azusa Street. We're already well past 3 minutes. We have painted with such broad strokes that absolutely essential details have been left out, but come back next week and we will begin filling in those details. Until then, keep on, and God bless.